full moon happening on the 3rd of July 2023 in the sign of Capricorn. So we are going to get into a collective message. Then we're going to get into each of the 12 zodiacs. Timestamps will down below. And if you'd like to book an astrological reading, you can do so through my website, which will also be linked down below. So here we go. Sun is in Cancer and the full moon is happening in the sign of Capricorn. So during full moons, the sun and the moon are opposite each other. So Cancer represents our emotions, our home, our connection, especially our emotional connection to our home, our sense of security and safety. Capricorn is about us working towards our goals, our aspirations, our career, our sense of purpose. What matters to you most is what this full moon will be highlighting. Now, we are having a full moon, and full moons do allow us to release things, close doors, end chapters, right? And so we will be releasing and letting go what is keeping us stuck in a rut and not allowing us to focus on our goals, our aspirations, where we see ourselves. We are feeling amped about this as well with this full moon, because during January, we have Capricorn season. That's when we have the new moon. So that's when everyone thinks about, has an idea, whether you do New Year's resolutions or not, what you want for the year. So now we've reached, right, the middle of the year. And this energy will take us all the way into Capricorn season towards the end of the year. So in December into January, we have Capricorn season. So understand that this full moon is asking you, what have you accomplished? Did you do what you set out to do? Where are your priorities? Where are your responsibilities? And what has been taking you away from your responsibilities? And your responsibilities could have been personal and different to you as a person. So your mental health, your fitness, how you take care of yourself, whether you want to make changes to your living environment, whether you want to make changes to your relationship, whether you want to make changes to your career. Capricorn does rule over the 10th house, which is our career, goals, aspirations, sense of purpose, direction, our legacy, what we leave behind. So this is where we are working towards something. And this full moon will definitely show us where have we not, and what we need to cut out and what we need to release. So do be aware of that with this full moon. This full moon is great for taking responsibility, right? This will be the full moon where we look at the responsibilities we have and how we can take better responsibility for what we want in our life. Accountability, responsibility, hard work, discipline, focusing on where you want to go, taking in your day-to-day steps and actions to what you want to do. It's a hard-working energy, and that's the energy of Capricorn. What we should be aware of is that the moon is in its detriment. So the moon is typically comfortable at home in Cancer. Cancer rules the moon, right? And the moon is also exalted in Taurus. That's where the moon loves to go on vacation and have a good time. Now, when we say the moon is in detriment, it doesn't like to be in Cancer. The moon is reflective of our emotions and how we are feeling. So when the moon is in detriment, especially in Capricorn, because that's where it is, if you're born with that placement in your birth chart, it's where you are hard on yourself. It means that when this energy happens, right, we can be very hard on ourselves during this full moon. Am I doing enough? Am I taking care of enough? And be aware of that. It can also make us feel depressed over what we haven't accomplished, that we set out to accomplish, and where we are now. So be aware of that. A moon in Capricorn is in its detriment. It's not happy to be there. It's where we are more, we can even become very hard on ourselves. We want to, like, I need to do this and I was supposed to be there and I didn't get there. This is not a moon that likes failure. So if you're looking at yourself from those eyes, stop. This full moon is not encouraging you to do that. It's encouraging you to look at what changes you need to make in order to be on the path that you truly feel is in alignment to your sense of purpose. Now, moon in Capricorn, the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. Saturn is retrograde in Pisces. So this is where we are rethinking as well with Saturn Pisces about better boundaries, especially in the world around us. And Pisces rules our dreams, our intuition, and Saturn is about structure to those things. So Because the moon is in Capricorn and Saturn's in Pisces as well, it makes a beautiful energy. The moon is also in harmony with Saturn retrograde in Pisces, as well as with the sun in Cancer. So it's really asking us, how can we look back, see what we need to eliminate, and see how we can develop a plan by looking back? Because in March of this year, Saturn moved into Pisces. So it's like, what changes do we need to make? What do I need to eliminate? What plan do I need? What do I need to formulate into my life to go in the purpose that I want to go in? All about purpose and direction with this full moon. Now we do have Venus in Leo, Mars in Leo, squaring Uranus in Taurus. And this can create like a sense of, I know what I want, I'm passionate about it, motivation, especially with Venus there. This is what I need to do, and we can rebel, especially we're not interested in what other people have to say. We feel like maybe I'm not following through on where I see myself and the purpose I have. So I'm feeling empowered enough to make the changes in order to say no to what I don't want anymore. Radical change. Uranus is where we really do things like unexpectedly, and we make these changes in order to live in alignment to what we feel fulfills our purpose, because that's what Capricorn is. It's the 10th house, it's the top of the chart, it's like where we want to be. This is where I want to reach. This is what I'm striving for. This is what I'm dedicating myself to. So we will be asking ourselves those questions of what we have done in the past 6 months. What did we accomplish? Especially from the last new moon in Capricorn, which happened in Capricorn season. So what did you accomplish? And how do you move forward? It is a deep, beautiful time, I would say, to really channel in your intuition and what you want to, especially because of the harmonious aspect between Saturn and the moon of what you actually want to create, and trusting your intuition, because that's Pisces, right? Really trusting that gut of like, I know where I want to be, what do I need to do, and get realistic about it. Do not be harsh on yourself. Do not beat yourself up. That's not going to help you, right? That's only just going to make you feel more down in the dumps and miserable, and this is not where I want to be, and this is where I want to go. Do not do that. And we can be really hard on ourselves when the moon is in Capricorn, because the moon is reflective of our feelings, and Capricorn is reflective of hard work, discipline, authority, our sense of leadership, of where we're going. So if you feel that you're not there yet, just shift things, because that's what this full moon does. It gives you an opportunity to release what it is you need to let go of in order to be exactly where you want to be. Aries, this full moon is happening in your sense of career, goal, and sense of purpose. So you could either be completing something, right? And completing a work project or something you've been working towards, even a goal that you have, striving towards, working towards it, you've completed something. Or you could be looking at your career and wanting to make changes or changes to your goals in order to accomplish them. And sometimes we need to let go of certain things that maybe are keeping us stuck, holding us back from achieving what we want to achieve. You could also be looking at change of work, right? And doing things like that in order to better yourself going forward. Taurus, this full moon is really helping you when it comes to your aspirations, your sense of belief in yourself. This is where you can either decide to want to learn something or notice how far you've come on your learning journey. You could either teach to others, you can even decide to get a mentor, but you really are enjoying learning at this time. And this would also be a time where you might even, if you've been traveling, you might have completed that trip, but it is a journey of self, spiritually, travel, and adventure. And if you have been feeling stuck, you'll be asking yourself, what can I do in order to get myself out of this feeling of being stuck? What can I do? And this will definitely be through trying something adventurous, different, and going and learning as well, can really help you cultivate your dreams. Gemini, now this full moon is helping you with your investments, financial investments, as well as emotional investments. This will be a time during this full moon where you'll be looking about where you're investing your energy, with who, and what are you getting out of it. Do the people around you drain you, take away from your energy? This will be a very revealing full moon for you, great for working on traumas and pain that is holding you back as well from intimacy and vulnerability. It's a great full moon to share with someone you truly trust about your deepest feelings as well. This full moon, if you've been working on anything, you could get a payout. So anything where you invested energy or money, taxes, insurance, anything like that, you could receive that payout. Or even a company, you're investing in it, you can get that payout. Whether it's time or energy, it rewards you in that way. This is also a time where, you are feeling like, seeing the truth about yourself, seeing the truth about others. And this is really helping you define your boundaries. Cancer, this full moon is happening in your one-on-one connections to others, both personally and professionally. So during this full moon, you might want to no longer stay in contact with certain people, right? You would make those changes where you'd be like, I don't know if this relationship is working for me, whether it's a friendship, a work relationship. You'll be adjusting your relationships. If you are in a romantic relationship, this full moon can really bring up your innermost feelings. You might share them with a partner. If the relationship isn't working, it can come to an end. However, if you're open and your partner is willing to talk to you, you can really come together and create something beautiful for the long-term future. This full moon also encourages completions in your relationships, where you go to the next level, engagements, marriages, those type of things, where you and your partnerships are celebrating milestones within your relationships. Leo, this full moon is asking you to make changes to your day-to-day routine, your mental, emotional, and physical health, how you were taking care of yourself. You could feel a bit under the weather during this full moon, and this will prompt you to actually make some changes to take better care of your mental, emotional, and physical health, because what we think affects our emotions, and that affects our physical body and can create stress. So you will be looking at what changes you need to make for your routine. This full moon can also bring up changes within co-workers, or things can happen with co-workers, either changes like different people that you're working with, or there can be conflict with co-workers, right? So this full moon really brings all of those things to light in order for you to see what changes you need to make to your work life for you to feel fulfilled in your day-to-day routine, especially working with others and with yourself. So making those health changes will be very good for you, because then you can take on more tasks and you can accomplish more within your day, and really working to find that balance when working with others as well. Virgo, this full moon will really be you looking at what gives you fun and pleasure within your life. If life has been rather dull and boring, this will encourage you to really let loose and enjoy life, the pleasures of life. If you've been too hard on yourself, too stressed out, this is really telling you, stop that, right? Let it go. Have some fun, invoke some pleasure, the pure enjoyment of life. This is the area of life that really encourages you to enjoy that childlike wonder of simply being in the moment, having that ice cream, having a good time. That's the energy. Now, if you are in a romantic relationship, this is where things can come up within your romantic relationship that you might need to work on and work through. And hopefully that's possible for you, especially if a relationship is in alignment to you. It will work a lot better. If not, it can fall away. With this full moon also, creative projects, any creative projects you've been working on, you can either complete them, or you might be inspired to let go of some old fears and really start a new creative project that really makes you feel joyful and happy with inside. Libra, this full moon is happening within your family, your home, and your domestic life. So there might be changes at home, right? You might be moving home, redecorating your home, renovating your home, home improvements, or you might simply want to declutter your space and make your space more beautiful so that you can feel emotionally comfortable. During this full moon, you might be feeling emotionally like you're needing to take some time out, you're needing a break from life, you're needing some time at home. This will be the full moon for you to spend time at home, ultimately. And with this full moon too, if you when it comes to family, some conflicts might come up during this time. And when that happens, this full moon is creating a release in order for you to step into your power and know the direction you want to take when it comes to family bonds, and by setting healthy boundaries, by sharing your feelings and creating harmony in your family life. Scorpio, this full moon is really asking you to express yourself, what you need to say. This full moon is really great for communicating, for having a conversation with someone that's really important to you, to share your innermost feelings. It is the moon, so sharing what you feel and having a conversation with someone will be really good. This full moon also asks you to get out there, to network, to put yourself out there, marketing, learning something new. You might be thinking about upping your skills in some way. It's really good for journaling. And if you don't know what to say to someone, write it down, and then it'll be better to, better way in order for you to express it. Great for journaling, great for communicating. You might even notice that people want to communicate more with you during this full moon. But watch your interactions. Still keep those boundaries and communication that you don't want to have anymore with some people. You might feel like disconnected from some people that you connect to. This will be the time where you will set those healthy boundaries. Sagittarius, this full moon is asking you to look at your own income and talents. What's holding you back from achieving the income that you want? There's also a full moon that will be boosting your sense of self-worth, because what we feel we are worthy of is what we can accomplish. If there's anything that you've been spending money on that you feel that has been, taking away from your money, you might even really look at budgeting and ways to work your finances better for you so that you can have more money. But this will definitely be a time where you'll be looking at your skills and talents and what you can truly do, whether that's to become an entrepreneur, start a side hustle, start something within your life, learn something as well, use the skills and talents that you already have, maybe put out your resume, send it off to a different place from where you're currently working in order to boost your income. If you have been working on any goals, this full moon can definitely reward you with a raise as well. Capricorn, this full moon is happening in your sign. This is a time of great empowerment for you. This full moon asks you to release anything from your life, situations, people, anything. Maybe it's even habits or thought patterns that you pick up that are keeping you stuck. This is a full moon about you. So what do you need to release and let go of within your life that is limiting your potential so that you can step up into the power that you have to lead and go after the goals that you have and get into the energy of achievement and success within your life? Aquarius, this full moon is happening for you in the area of life of rest, rejuvenation, feeling exhausted, needing time to self. This will be a time to recheck your mental health as well. So if you've been feeling just mentally exhausted or been having negative thoughts, you'll be really analyzing your thoughts. You'll be looking at the past. It's a great full moon for endings, closure, letting go, releasing and surrendering. Like I said, during this full moon, you could also feel pretty exhausted. You've been busy doing a lot of things this Cancer season. So you need to take some time out, really look at how you're feeling. You might also feel like you just don't want to spend time around people. You need some time to self. You need some time alone. You want to disconnect from the world and you want to go within. It's great for meditation. It's great for, focusing on your spiritual practices, especially. But it's not the time where you'll feel interactive or wanting to have fun. You really just want to take some time out and focus on you, for you. Great for closure, great for releasing, great for letting go. If you do feel emotional and sensitive during this full moon, give yourself a moment, take some time to breathe, and know that this full moon is purging you of what no longer serves you. Pisces, this full moon is really asking you to connect to people you truly feel in alignment to. This is where you can break away from old connections, old associations. You'll be looking to connect to people that truly feel in alignment to you. When it comes to friendships, groups, even family groups, the moment it turns into a group, you'll be looking at that group and asking yourself, do I really feel comfortable here? Do I feel drained here? Do I feel inspired? Do I feel motivated? If not, you'll be releasing these groups from your life and you'll be venturing out into find groups of people that are more in alignment to you and the vision you have for your future.